Howdy, howdy, fellow movie fans, and welcome back to another edition of the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast, brought to you by PTE Creative. As always, we're your hosts, Evan and Dylan Davies. We had a hell of a year last year, didn't we?
Pretty good.
We did some wild shit last year, you know? As someone who's pulled you out of the ranks of obscurity, simply because I was like, hey, I need a show. You want to talk about a movie? And you're like, can I talk about Sleepaway Camp? I was like, sure. And
hmm
that has started now. It has been a year and a half, 2 year journey of getting you back into the world of talking movies. And I think you've enjoyed your time.
Yeah, I always
So,
do.
so it's fun to get us and see where we're at. But 2025 was then. This is now. We're previewing the entire year of 2026. So we're going to preview a calendar of movies, but we're also going to preview our content of what you're going to get from us over the new year. And it's not going to be every single episode because there are times Dylan and I have to make it audible and do some other things. But we've locked down some of our bigger projects and some other things that we really want to share with you guys. So when we do this today, the format's going to be we're going to cover a couple months. And then if something's topical during those months, that's a big project for us. We're going to talk about it with you guys and just explain what we're doing. You ready for this? Because this is
hmm
the biggest year of content we're going to produce in a long time. Well, we're also trying to make maybe another substantial project that we've been teasing for almost a year
hmm
and is taking a ton of time because
Yeah.
rightfully so, it should. But we might have
Yep.
a real big thing that we can't talk about, not at the end of the year, but maybe little pieces of it to get some things rolling in the right direction. Are you ready for 2026, Dylan?
Yep.
All righty. Our first big project, which is all the brainchild of Dylan Davies, so I want to give him credit here, is every month we're going to be visiting until maybe the end of the year. Is we're going to be visiting a decade of film. So when you see this, Dylan, what are you seeing in this project that we're going to be doing for everybody?
Yeah, we didn't really define that.
I have some
Um,
notes here for you to help,
like,
but nevertheless.
what I picture is highlighting movies that were both significant and then also movies we just love.
Yeah,
So, like, kind of a best a list of movies, but then
indeed.
also favorite list of movies.
Right. That is one aspect of it, but we're also going to be covering some stuff of in terms of significance. That was that word that always stuck out where I loved that pitch was we're going to highlight some important movies in film, important moments in film history. It might not even be in a movie specifically, but something that really impacted movies during that time and trends and technical aspects that really kind of started paving the way. And then we have not determined the full format yet, but I think I want to go backwards actually in time. I don't want to go forwards. I kind of want to track where we are now and how we got here from all the way back then. So I
Yeah,
think that's going to be a
I'm
fun way to
I'm fine
do
with
it.
anything.
So that's going to be a fun way to handle it. But you're going to, what I think is really fun, this all came out of another idea that Dylan and I might be toying with, but it's not official yet, of kind of a film class from fans to fans, of figuring out why things are the way they are or why we believe they are the way they are and going from there. And I thought it'd be really interesting to see how does stuff even from the 1910s and 20s, how has that impacted everything we get to today, which is a really interesting way to look at it and see how things are going to go forward. But that is our going to be our year long project that's going to be fun to handle, and I hope everyone gets some fun enjoyment out of that. Is there a decade you're looking to the most for fun that you think you're like that's going to be fun for me
Mm,
specifically?
70s and probably 40s.
You're
Those are probably my two decades that I love the most.
Yeah, I mean that they're big for you. They're big for you. I am obviously we've seen from a lot of my lists on the top 100 our past year's big project that I'm a big 80s movie fan. Love the 80s.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see the 80s, but I'm actually really interested to go back all the way to 30s, 20s and 10s and really see where all those seeds were planted to how we got there and kind of go from there. So that's going to be fun. We're going to take you to the first bit of the calendar here though. January, February, and March, we're going to highlight one movie and kind of talk about it a little bit, and then maybe we'll mention another one just in case there is something notable. We're gonna go there. January. There's one big release I think is going to be worthwhile the most. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Have you seen any of the marketing for this or know anything about this one yet?
All I know is it's a follow up. I'm assuming it's gonna be that odd group of misfits taking in the main character
Yeah,
from the previous.
because I forgot
That's,
you. I didn't even remember you had seen 28 years later yet.
yeah, I just watched it.
Okay, which is why it
So
wasn't included in your
yeah,
2025
it was
preview.
good. It's good,
Uh,
but whatever.
I just think it's such an interesting way to handle a zombie movie and really fun. So I'm excited to see the Bone Temple because I think in that world where you have this very serious, melancholy, almost humane story to tell, then to do a spin-off that is shot simultaneously where it seems like you can do some real crazy fun shit. I think
Hmm.
that's a really fun way to portray a world from two different pronged aspects. I think that's going to be cool. Other notables from January: Send Help, which is directed by Sam Raimi, stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan Baker. Not Dylan Baker. God, what's his fucking name? Kid from Maze Runner. It's Dylan something.
O'Brien.
Thank you, Dylan O'Brien. Interesting trailer. I first only saw it right before Avatar: Fire and Ash.
I do not watch trailers.
Yes, that does not help Dylan's case very much here. And then Mercy, which is a new film starring Chris Pratt, where AI is the justice system in like Los Angeles or some shit like
I bet that's gonna be as mid as it gets.
that.
I'd be willing to bet it right now.
We should go through.
Chris Pratt has not been making good decisions.
Chris Pratt is the best decision Chris Pratt's made in the past 5 years. Is it Super Mario?
Probably in the last 5 years. Yeah.
Woof. Because
I mean,
he came on strong and he was at least making some decisions where you're like, okay,
well, he had the
different.
Jennifer Lawrence thing where they just got too popular, and people start hating him,
Because they
and
were
then
everywhere.
they start making bad decisions.
It feels like Jennifer Lawrence finally went away for a while.
Yeah, she's starting back up
Yeah, she's
a
coming
little
back.
bit.
I don't think Chris Pratt ever realized you got to go away. How can I miss
Yes.
you if you never go away? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one to have. But talking about going away and love and everything else, in February, I think the most notable movie to talk about is Wuthering Heights, which obviously classic story. Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie are starring in this one. I think you even watched the trailer for this, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I saw it somehow. I didn't like seek it out.
Right.
I just saw it somehow. Can't remember how. I think it might have been the teaser. It wasn't very long. It was like a minute.
Sure.
Uh, not sure about that. It just looks. I'm trying to say this in a nice way. It looks cheap. Like when I picture Wuthering Heights, I would picture it in the vein of Pride and Prejudice,
Big and grand and
where yeah, it has a grander feeling to it and it
sure.
feels very real. I'm not sure about it.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Dylan doesn't have high hopes for Wuthering Heights.
I've seen the 1939 one.
How is it?
Eh, fine.
Do you think 2026 has a better chance of being anything more than eh, fine?
If the two leads have great chemistry, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
That's
Fair
really
enough.
what it depends on.
Again, this is one that February is 1 month that I'm like slim pickings here, man.
It's always been that way.
Well, I understand that, but usually some years you get some great counter programming or you actually get some standouts out of nowhere. You were like, oh, okay, I enjoyed that. That was really fun.
Mhm.
Eh, But this is how crazy February is. There's a Dracula movie coming up, and I didn't even highlight it for our discussion. And I have a college degree because of Dracula. I love Dracula.
I had no clue about this movie.
It is directed by Luc Besson, the only real notable star.
Dude.
is Christoph Waltz. It's the reason it's in the
Uh,
other notables category, and it's not the highlight movie of the month. Luc Besson is not someone I generally like his work very much. I think most of his work is meh,
I would
but
agree.
but at least he usually has a vision, I guess.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'll give him
He
that.
I'm interested, but I'm not holding out hope.
Yeah, and what it's like this. The other thing I really liked about it is, other than Christoph Waltz, there's no real standout star in this cast, which I think is a really good choice for known material. I always like that approach because it like you
Mm,
kind of feel like, oh, it's not Chris Pratt coming to play Mario. It's just
this
like,
is
oh, this is a Dracula. It's just
but
this guy,
it either goes very well
or really
or
bad.
it's a movie that the studio just doesn't care about and dumps it. So,
Here's how I think it's going to be. I think that's correct because I didn't know this film existed until a couple days ago when I first started writing the notes for the show,
yeah.
and I fucking love Dracula. I
Yeah, I
seek
would
out
love to
shit
see
like
a
that.
great adaptation of it.
The best one still, I believe, from 1992.
Yeah, probably.
So,
If you're
uh,
not counting Nosferatu.
yeah, Nosferatu is technically different, even though I know it's very much the
It's,
same.
it's the same.
Yeah. All right, and then we head over to March. Gets interesting. There's three movies that I thought at least were worthy of discussion, but the one big one is Project Hail Mary, stars Ryan Gosling. It's kind of a spiritual successor follow up to The Martian. They're not attached. I don't want
Yeah.
to say they're that, but it's
Same author.
same author of the books. Ryan Gosling getting to go back into a genre film, I think is fun and interesting.
I'm assuming it's going to be just the same as The Martian, where it's very solid, very fun, whatever. Like, uh, and I like The Martian. I think it's a very fun movie.
Yeah.
Do I think it's anything memorable in the net after 10 years? Not really.
Dylan, the beacon of hope for 2026 after
Yeah.
being such a beacon of hope for 2025. Maybe I
It,
should have waited a day because uh, sidebar right before we were recording, I was just kind of going through notes with Dylan. He wasn't really there. He's like, I've had a headache since last night.
yeah.
And you didn't even get wild last night. Unfortunately, it was just a headache or anything that
No.
happened to you.
Yeah,
So,
just didn't go away.
so I think your cheeriness is really coming out right now. I think you're really bringing that spunk.
I'm not the most optimistic, I'll put it that way.
It's fun. Other notables during March. One interesting one, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, is The Bride, and it's set in the 1930s Chicago.
I am not hopeful of this only because they delayed it.
That does give
It
me
usually means
concerns.
problems.
We talked about it during our 2025 preview,
Yes.
and yeah.
It usually is a bad sign.
And it has a very nice cast. I mean,
Oh
Frankenstein's
yeah.
monster is played by Christian Bale. Well, fucking, I mean, goddamn, he's one of the best in the world. Peter Sarsgaard is in this film, but yeah, uh, getting
You never
delayed
know.
and putting into March. If they put it into like May, I'd be like, well, maybe. Maybe I got some faith in it. Or late April, even. I'd be like, maybe they got some faith in it. March is just it's a no man's land most of the
See,
time.
to me, the worst month is April. It always tends to be the worst month for me for some reason.
The problem is they had that modern trend right before the pandemic where they started putting really good shit in April or
Well, they
shit.
started putting Marvel movies.
Yeah, but then they also started putting other stuff to compete around that time as well. And then like they clearly banked on Minecraft where at least it's bigger. I don't think it's good. I thought Minecraft kind of sucked, but you could probably tell that in my 2025 review episode when I ranked it. But at least they were trying to do big stuff. February is the death nail for me because January's at least kind of picked up.
The only thing I'll say about February is sometimes you get a solid rom com.
You love a solid rom com.
Very rarely do you get a good one nowadays. So
Well, rom coms are kind of the territory of Netflix and the streaming platforms now, so that's why.
yeah, yeah.
But other notables, The Bride and Hoppers, which is the new original from Pixar, which I don't have the same faith in Pixar I used to.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I don't think their more recent stuff has been bad.
No, they're never bad. It's always just lately it's just been tending towards that middle point where it's
Yeah.
just like, okay, yeah, it's fine.
Disney in general has been doing that. But let's get you to our Oscars content and our March Madness tournament here. I have finally convinced the man to do it. Dylan Davies is going to be ranking every single Oscars Best Picture winner.
It'll be very easy for me.
Well, also, spoilers. I've heard only two movies in general ever have an S tier ranking.
Yeah.
So that is going to be really fun to get to sit down with you and be like, that's not even an S tier, that's not even an A tier. But then there's going to be some ones that I think you already spoiled. I can't remember what it was. We were like, spoiler alert, worst Best Picture winner of all time. This.
Yeah, it was a couple episodes ago.
But Dylan is going to be ranking all of our Best Picture winners in history, and we have almost 100 now, so
Getting up there, yeah.
we're getting
Couple
there.
couple more years.
And it's going to be fun. And Lupin's still going to be laying down, scratching his own face in the back corner of every episode as a guarantee for everybody. And trust me, when the Amazon delivery guy is there, he will also bark again. We can
Yes.
guarantee that on
Yeah,
screen for
yeah.
you. But beyond that, we do have some other projects working around the Oscars, but they're still in place. We're not going to announce them quite yet. But our tournament, we're returning to tournament format. I thought our action scene tournament was really fun, enjoyable to
Mhm.
get to do a lot of those fun things. I think you and I both learned what we valued a lot during that tournament.
Yeah.
It was an
And that's where
interesting.
my dislike for John Wick really solidified.
Yeah, I didn't know how much you hated John Wick, and
I
I
don't
don't think
hate it.
your your dissatisfaction.
Where I'm just like, why are they still making these? They're all the same.
And as someone who still likes John Wick, I was fine with it. I love John Wick,
Yeah,
but this year fewer entrants, but we're going to spend a little bit more time with, and we're going to talk actually a lot more movies. Technically speaking,
true.
we are going to crown the best movie franchise in history
Yes.
as
And it
part of
also
our tournament.
should be stated it's not just based on opinion, yours or my opinion. We're
Correct.
going to put some math into it.
Yes. So
So you never know what could happen.
Dylan and I equate together only for 40% of the judging of this
Yeah.
tournament. Well, I guess 50-60 with the impact, but that's not inherently just all us. That is
Hmm.
based on other people as well. But we're going to be taking aggregates from Rotten Tomatoes as well as our own opinions. And we're going to be talking about whole franchises. And there's going to be some wild entries in there, which is going to be fun to play with. I actually am really looking forward to March. And that is going to be in conjunction with another new show that we're doing on PT Creative that I'm going to talk about just a hair at the end of the show because it's still in the development stage. But we're getting there. It's going to be some fun stuff. But that's going to be 40 franchises are going to be talked about, 12 play-in games just to make it into the tournament.
I'm going Cinderella, Austin Powers.
Austin Powers is one of the franchises. We determined the franchises again. We spoiled it on the last episode. We recorded this at the Christmas Eve dinner table, or did the pre-production meeting for this at the Christmas Eve dinner table after playing categories with our families.
Mhm.
So they all went off and started watching White Christmas, and we're like, we got a podcast to record. Let's talk. So uh, Dylan fought hard for Austin Powers to be in that franchise tournament. So
It's probably going to die right away, but that's okay.
you better hope it does well. That was your baby. That was one of your.
I have one that I'm definitely rooting for, but I know it's not going to go far. So,
You never know. The math might pull it out.
oh, I know for a fact it's not going to be good on math.
But again, it's not all us, so it's gonna be really fun. So we're gonna crown the best movie franchise as part of our tournament this year. As we go back to the traditional calendar, April, not a ton of interesting fare. The biggest movie coming out is Super Mario Galaxy, which did you even really enjoy Super Mario the movie?
It's fine.
Again, I enjoyed it for all the little nods, but it was more the comic book video game nerd in me.
Yeah,
It wasn't like, wow, what a great movie. I'm like, it's fine.
exactly. I do enjoy Jack Black in it. He's a standout to me.
I think that is fun. I'm interested to see where they go with the rest of the Mario universe, because once you get past those core four, you got a lot of work to do to be putting into what are these characters like? What are the attitude that we're going to give them? What are the things that we're going to do?
Mhm.
And adding Brie Larson, who's a real true Mario nerd, to get to voice Princess Rosalina is going to be fun, I think. And
It's an odd choice.
I mean, it's Brie Larson. She might end up hating that franchise, but she ends up hating half the shit she's done. So,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Other notables, we have Mother Mary, which stars Anne Hathaway. Not a, I think it's a limited release, nothing really major, but also from April because they just cannot let this stupid genre die. The musical biopic comes for Michael Jackson in Michael. It has a pretty good cast. As someone who doesn't like Michael Jackson and won't listen to his music anymore, due to what I think are pretty credible reports of his weird behavior.
Mhm.
Certainly not what I want, and is also someone who absolutely hates the musical biopic genre. I can tell you this. Fuck right off with this movie.
Yeah. Lately, they've been very, very hit or miss.
What was the last good one for you?
I think A Complete Unknown was solid,
Okay.
but the last actual one that I really like is Walk the Line,
Let's
which
say
was
that's the last.
2005.
I was gonna say that's the only one I think I like. It's the only one I
I
think
love
is
Ray,
enjoyable.
which is the
You
year before.
you do love Ray as well. May is where we start getting into that summer preview season, and the most notable is Mandalorian Grogu. It is the new entry in the Star Wars franchise.
This is the strangest movie to me because Disney's hoping that the Mandalorian fans will just go out to the theaters to see it, and I don't see that happening.
Well, they've turned it into a movie format. I think this is going to be the true test of the last 5 years. Does Disney Plus stand the test of time? Does Disney Plus have the staying power to make it big time? Because also, we talked about this on an
There it is.
episode. There he is, Lupin, Lupin boy. Yeah. But we talked about this during our Last Jedi, or not Last Jedi, our Force Awakens episode. I thought when Force Awakens came back, it wasn't going to be that big a deal. Financially, it was. But I truly do believe because of the overexposure of Star Wars now, this isn't. We're 6 years removed from the last movie in theaters. The vast majority of Star Wars content has been mid or negative since the
Man.
Disney Plus vacation, I guess, of the Star Wars franchise.
To me, though, this would be the equivalent of like a show like Star Trek: The Next Generation,
Sure.
and then Paramount thinking that one of the Next Generation movies is going to be a huge blockbuster. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's a choice.
Where it's like they have a baked-in audience,
Yes, they do.
but is it going to reach outside of that?
I don't think this is going to crush the box office. Trust me, I don't think this is going to be the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But could it be something big? Who knows? Who knows? Other notables, the sequel to Devil Wears Prada, currently labeled Devil Wears Prada 2, which was like, talk about nothing uneventful there, is coming, which obviously great cast.
I actually want to go back to that style. It's just 2, 3, 4.
I prefer the subtitle vibe. It's the nerd in me. I don't want to go mouthful Star Wars, but I like indie. I like that subtitled genre.
That's the best format. Yeah.
Yes. And just the nerds will know. The nerds will get it. That hey, it's the second one. It's the third one.
Mhm.
It's fine. Also notable in May, Mortal Kombat 2, one of the casualties of the pandemic of HBO, which wasn't great, but
It's fine.
it's fine. It's
It's
better
what I
than
expected
it's
from a Mortal Kombat
it's
movie.
better than any Mortal Kombat movie has a business of being.
Yeah, that's true.
But one of the true casualties of the pandemic was not getting a cheap $400 million win for Mortal Kombat, probably.
I have a feeling if it had been in theaters, I think it would have bombed pretty hard.
I don't know if it would have bombed because we were still in a really good height of people going to the
I
theater.
was I would say probably like 200 million, making its money back, but just.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So we're gonna see.
We'll see with the sequel.
We're seeing with the sequel, and they're introducing a lot more traditional Mortal Kombat characters as well. Carl Urban's come in
Okay.
and as
Okay.
Johnny Cage, so that should be fun. But I mean, I didn't love the first one, but we'll see about the second one. I also think it's kind of suicide to be like, we started it during the pandemic on HBO Max, or maybe it was just Max. Who knows? Because they've changed the title 12 different times. What are you going to do with the sequel that not everyone was excited about? We're going to put it in theaters. You're like, okay.
And who knows, this one also might be dumped outside of theaters, depending on what happens with Warner
It's
Brothers.
yes, it's a very big possibility. June, the biggest movie to talk about is not a franchise film. We'll note them though, and that is Disclosure Day. It's the new original movie from Steven Spielberg, from an original idea he had, sci-fi movie, and it's written by David Koepp, who is famously Spielberg's closer, as he likes to say. He's he's brought Koepp on in almost every fashion he can over the last 25 years since Jurassic Park. So, I
I have
guess
hope for it.
over 30 years now with David Koepp. So,
My uh my hope for that movie is it has a tone similar to Close Encounters,
sure,
where it still has that Spielberg magic to it. It's a little bit serious, but it's not taken too serious.
fair. Very fair.
I've not
Well,
seen the trailer.
yes, well, the trailer looks a little dark. Trailer
Oh,
looks a
okay.
little dark, and that's how I learned about this movie because this movie has not gotten a lot of. There's something about when Spielberg makes a movie now that it feels like a little bit of the marketing always comes back to, which it should. I'm not saying it's wrong, but they kind of just rely on, well, Steven Spielberg. It's like, yeah, but you got to tell people it's being made by Steven Spielberg
I feel like the
beforehand.
only one that has like, a year in advance is Nolan. He's really the only one that gets that nowadays.
Well, I mean, all the big genre films do. That's why I'm saying that. Like
Eh,
where the big franchise stuff does.
but none of those are original movies.
That's true. I mean, that's very true. It's just something that I found interesting because I think it really works for Christopher Nolan. I think it builds the anticipation really well.
But you saying
And
it,
you're talking about the best of all time. You're talking
you
about
see,
the true goat.
yeah, you saying it seems dark has me a little worried.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's going to
It
be
could
interesting.
lean a little more like War of the Worlds.
It looks similar in color palette to War of the Worlds. Let me tell you.
But yeah, it's the same cinematographer who I absolutely hate.
Who's the cinematographer?
Janusz Kaminski.
Oh, I like Janusz, but
His later work with Spielberg.
but I like Janusz, but I don't want Janusz.
If he went back to his older stuff with Spielberg, early days, I'd love it. But he doesn't.
Well, that's my thing is I think he needs to be on the right project. So I don't know if this is the right project for him, but you know, Spielberg kind of just now does the same thing that everyone else does. He works with the team he works with and
Hey,
whatever.
it's easier to work with someone you like.
True. No, and I'm very interested to see what it's going to be because we talked about this in the 2025 review. You don't get a lot of genre films that are wholly original anymore.
Mhm.
And by you don't get them, you maybe get one a year, maybe two, if you're in a fortunate year. And I'm hoping this is the one because I know he's older and I know he's really interested in doing historical dramas and smaller, more intimate pictures. The world needs Steven Spielberg to make genre films again. the
He seems
movies,
to be
the
doing that
movies need Spielberg to make genre films again.
because his next movie is, I think it's going to be the Bullet
Oh,
sequel, which is definitely sort of genre.
okay. Well, let's
So
hope. let's hope nonetheless. But it's an very interesting cast. Emily Blunt is part of that cast. Coleman Domingo, Wyatt Russell. So um, Jack O'Connor is in that as well, I believe. Can't remember, but
I think it's one of the guys from Challengers,
yeah.
if I
So
remember right.
so it's an interesting cast, and it does feel like a Spielberg cast where it's maybe one true star, and then the rest are all kind of
Mhm.
there. It doesn't
I
feel
have
like
hope.
the star-studded stuff, but I have hope for it. Obviously, I don't think Steven Spielberg is going to make a bad movie, especially a genre movie. But will it be what we hope to be? Who knows? Probably
Yeah,
doubtful because we're asking the impossible most of the time now. But one of the few people who can do it is Steven Spielberg. Other notables: Toy Story 5, which no one asked for except
yeah,
Disney shareholders.
yeah. Didn't want 4. It was fine. Didn't want 5. I'm sure it's gonna
Toy
be fine.
Story 1 through 3. Oh no, Toy Story 4 technically is in there as well. Is in the franchise tournament.
Well, if this fits in perfectly with another movie we'll talk about at the end of the year,
Hmm.
where they leave these characters in a great place and then they drag them right back in for
So
no reason.
we'll talk about it. And then one franchise film I think is at least should be excited about is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, also releases at the end of June.
I the only thing that makes me apprehensive about that is I'm not sure I'm gonna like the take on the character.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned because I prefer my Supergirl a certain way as a nerd. I do.
Yeah,
And I'm not crazy about the way they left her in Superman.
exactly. Yeah.
But at the same time, this is being really described as oddly like a sci-fi coming of age movie, which I do
Okay.
appreciate. And I think the time is perfect for a Supergirl. I think the time is perfect for a lot of these side characters that have never really gotten the chance to shine. And we now have confirmation Lobo is making a on-screen debut for DC, and it's Jason Momoa is coming to play Lobo, which is an interesting choice, but nonetheless.
That makes no sense. Why
I mean, I think he's perfect for the character, but it sucks because he was already Aquaman.
exactly? Why use a someone who was in your previous universe?
Don't know,
Yeah, I
don't
guess they
care.
did the same thing with
Chris
uh
Evans.
Chris Evans, Fantastic Four, and then Captain America.
I mean, we've had multiple people play different heroes or villains
Yeah,
in things. I mean, hell, my boy Michael Keaton's even been a fucking Marvel villain after being goddamn Batman.
yeah,
So
that's true.
So a lot of people have done it. People think it's not that many. I'm like, no, go through the list. It's
I
bigger
bet
than
it's
you
a
think
lot.
it would. You know, Ryan Reynolds, Ben Affleck. Like, a lot of people have done this shit, and so it's just it's part of the gig now most of the time. Michelle Pfeiffer, like you name it, half of them
Yeah.
have done it. But I wanted to ask you this question about June. Is it insane to think that for many people, Toy Story 5 is the third most relevant film in a month of releases?
And I would disagree with that.
Okay.
I think it's probably the most relevant, even though it shouldn't be.
Okay. Is that the one of the three I highlighted you're least excited for?
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
because even though I do think it's probably going to be good,
Yeah.
it's just it's no it's going to be based completely on people know it. People know it's reliable. So,
It's a shareholder movie. That's what we really need. Is it a shareholder movie? You know?
yeah,
Is it a shareholder movie?
unfortunate. That's
We should
unfortunate.
we should just put the tag on it. It's a shareholder movie. That's why it exists.
Yeah.
And I think
That
that's
is a very sad state of affairs when a creative
I think it hurts us
industry.
more because that is legitimately our childhood.
Well, it's just sad that something that's supposed to be driven by creatives is now run by business people.
Correct. I mean, it's always how it
I mean,
goes.
it's kind of been that way forever,
It's
but
always been that way, but it's more pronounced than it ever has before.
and it feels like the business people that are in place aren't even. like they don't seem to care
No,
about movies at all.
no, they want the returns. I mean, look, we just lost arguably the most historic movie franchise or movie studio of all time
Yeah,
to a
yeah,
Netflix deal, to a CEO who doesn't believe in the theater experience and doesn't believe in physical media whatsoever and doesn't care.
yeah.
He's like,
And
theaters are dead, theaters are stupid. Like, that's
the
his
guy who
thing.
was running Warner Brothers also didn't care.
I mean, yeah, Zaslav was brought in to make them profitable again, and
I miss the
that's
days of like Mayer,
yeah,
David O. Selznick, like
Lumley, like those guys back in the
people
day.
who
Yeah.
loved movies, but were still businessmen about it.
Well, and the same thing is, it's crazy that we could even harken back to the 70s and the 80s when those families that ran those studios sold them, and even thinking, I think this would be better if Pepsi still owned this shit. Because even though it sucked, because they started doing stuff like, oh, let's bring in test audiences and let's do this and do that, and not just have faith in our creatives. At least they still seem to care about making good movies because they knew good movies meant better product, better return on investment.
Yeah.
Now they just know people are going to watch it because we live in a fucking schlock filled shit. Oh, by the way, we need to talk about it eventually too. Disney just made a $1 billion+ deal for AI to let the AI company use their characters. And you're like, are you insane? What are you doing?
What do you mean use their characters?
Sora AI like
Yeah.
can make, I don't know the exact details of it. Something I should probably looked up before I said it, but we are talking about something different where they're not gonna attack anyone for making an AI video housing a Disney character. So let me look it up
Uh,
right now.
so they're not gonna copyright.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, the movie industry is purely going to be in the coming years way more influenced with AI.
All right. As part of the 3-year licensing agreement, Sora will be able to generate short, user prompted social videos that can be viewed and shared by fans, drawing on more than 200 Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars characters. Agreement will make a selection of these fan inspired Sora short form videos available to stream on Disney Plus. Disney and OpenAI affirm a shared commitment to responsible use of AI that protects the safety of users and the rights of creators. Alongside the
That is
license
the
agreement,
biggest.
crock of shit ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alongside the licensing agreement, Disney will become a major customer of OpenAI, using its APIs to build new products, tools, and experiences, including for Disney Plus and deploying ChatGPT for its employees. As part of the agreement, Disney will make a $1 billion equity investment in OpenAI and receive warrants to purchase additional equity.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying though. It's going to be driven by AI in the coming years because it's way easier to hire one person who's good at filling in a prompt for AI to create something than it is to hire, 400 animators who are actual artists. It's just the fact of the world now, and I hate it.
Did the movies die?
I think everything's going to die with AI, but like literally, we were warned throughout the
Time.
last 50 years that AI will ruin everything, and we're just like, it'll be fine. Like, what?
Also, we
No one
should
takes
say,
me.
because we're going to bring it up early in this, we use AI as well, but we use it in a
Not
very.
anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, you've just completely stopped using it.
Yeah.
I might have to change the title of that game show then, but that's a different story.
Yeah. We just use it for generating lists of
Lists.
actors.
That's fine. We don't actually make any content out of it. We make content
Yeah.
out of making fun of how to make it work,
Yes.
which I'm
And
fine with.
now I just started doing it myself.
And I will say, I've been very open and honest about it. When I don't have time, it's never a thumbnail, but for certain little graphics that I don't have the time to really perfect, or I don't feel I have the talent to really bring my vision to work, I have used AI for a few graphics that I've used in projects. but I'm always very open and honest about that
Mhm.
because 99.9% of what you see, I hand do. I hand do all of our
Yeah.
fucking thumbnails and logos and all that shit. Yeah, June, interesting month here. Summer, we're getting your summer preview. We're also going to, you know, be hitting these movie reviews year round. So I have it written down. I think I'm trying to review. Jesus Christ. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if you guys get 25 to 30 new brand spanking new movie reviews throughout the year as well, which do help our channel. I'm not saying it's not selfish as well, but I've suffered through Avatar Fire and Ashes 3 hour and 17 minutes for you guys. So you better fucking appreciate it, by the way. So, but we're going to give you some new reviews and things that are coming as well during the summer. And let's continue to July. The movie that I think should be qualified as the movie of the year. I don't think most people would say it's the one that
I
they
would
would
actually
pick.
say it probably is.
It's just that it's that Demon in December. That's the only hiccup.
Yeah.
But I think what's truly going to end up being the movie of the year comes out in July. It's the new Christopher Nolan fare. It is The Odyssey.
Yep. Looking
Matt
forward to it.
Damon, Anne Hathaway, Bernie Saffi, um,
Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland is in that film, doing the entire epic of Odysseus and the Odyssey. Which oddly, another reason why I have a college degree is because I made a coloring book of the Odyssey. And I made Odysseus a real smart mouth prick because that was my take on Odysseus because he kind of is. So
I'm looking forward to it.
all the production stills look great. The trailer looks really, really good. And also
Cinema,
looks like something different that Christopher Nolan hasn't done yet. I
good.
really appreciate that. Because it's
I'm sure it's going to be a Christopher Nolan epic
and Christopher Nolan
where they're
epics are
all
fucking
good.
rad. So
Mhm.
I can't remember the last time Christopher Nolan made even something that I was like, it's fine.
And it.
I still really enjoyed Tenet. So
Okay.
I enjoyed Tenet. I'm not saying it's the strongest movie he's ever made, but and yes, I understand. I grew up in the age of Christopher Nolan being the guy, but nonetheless. Other notables in July, we have Spider-Man Brand New Day, which Spider-Man 4 in the MCU. I'm excited for Sadie Sink. It sounds like it could be Jean Grey or Rogue, which I'm fine with.
Oh, I thought she was going to be MJ. Oh no, MJ is Zendaya,
Yeah, maybe,
sort
maybe
of.
not. Who knows? Who cares?
I
But
was just thinking the red hair. So
but there's reports that she is someone like Jean Grey or Rogue, or at least someone that's
it'd
getting
be fun.
tracked by like a superhero agency that's trying to contain, you know, superhumans or mutants and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, and I really like Sadie Sink. I think Sadie Sink is great. So I enjoy her a lot in Stranger Things. So happy for it. Evil Dead Burn as part of the new Evil Dead series, and talk about again shareholder movie Moana in live action.
I literally have no opinion about both those. Like, they're
I have
fine.
opinions on Moana. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It fits in right with what Disney does. So,
Yeah, because they're bankrupt creatively for the most part now with their
yeah.
open AI deal. They're Sora. Fuck that shit. August is the dregs. August was tough to even pick a movie to highlight. I
Yeah,
highlighted
obviously.
I highlighted Cliffhanger, which stars Lily James and Pierce Brosnan, and at least could be a rando
Is it a
movie.
remake?
I don't know. I have no idea,
It must be a wildly different take if it is a remake.
but it is the description of it is a man and his family run like a mountain retreat resort kind of thing,
Okay, not a remake.
and terrorists
Oh, maybe it is a
or
remake.
bad guys or something kind of take over, and the daughter has to face her fears and climb up the mountains and
Okay.
save her family.
Yeah, I barely remember Cliffhanger. I watched it like 15 years ago. I do remember there being terrorists of some sort.
but nonetheless, it was really hard to pick in August. I picked that one simply because it sounded like maybe it could be a fun little movie.
Yeah.
But the other fair that could have been the choice would have been Coyote versus Acme, the Looney Tunes movie, and we all know they don't make those very seriously. So yeah,
It, that's very flawed thinking that it's going to be anything other than mild.
yeah,
Like no one cares about Looney Tunes anymore. I'm sorry.
yeah. I'm the only one who does, but I don't watch the
Like
new shit
yeah,
either.
our generation likes Looney Tunes. The younger generation probably don't even know who any of them are except Bugs Bunny.
I did have to explain who Bugs Bunny was to a couple of kids to help me
Exactly.
with it, and it's tough because I'm like, what Looney Tunes? You don't know what Looney Tunes
Because
is?
they don't show old cartoons anymore
Well, no,
anywhere.
because they're not on streaming platforms for the most part, except HBO, and most
Exactly.
kids don't watch HBO,
Yeah.
even though they actually have a really good kid section.
Maybe with Warner Brothers moving to Netflix, who knows?
I don't know. I will say, in terms of what you just said, as a major effort, we had our niece have a sleepover with us in January. That was what she wanted for her birthday. She's like, I want to make food and I want to stay over at Uncle Evan and Aunt Abby's house. We're like, no problem, kid. Well, that can be part of your birthday present, and not uh, not having a normal little kid schedule of a 7 year old or then six
Mhm.
turning into 7 year old. There were 2 hours where I was comatose in the morning, but I was like, I'm going to make sure this kid knows something right. So I put 2 hours of Looney Tunes in front of that kid while I just tried to stay awake. Because I was like, oh my God. This is like 5:30 to 6 in the morning. I'm just like, oh my God, please, please just wake up. Please. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
it's fine. But I put on Looney Tunes. She loved it. She thought it was great. So
Good.
I don't think it can't work for kids. They just never see it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then going to September, a couple things that could be interesting, but I highlighted Clayface, which is a character we've never seen from DC, and it's supposed to be pretty much a straight horror take from everything that's known about it, which I think that character's a brilliant choice for that.
I don't know anything about the IP, so no opinion.
Clayface is a would D-list Batman villain be accurate? Clayface is in the top like 15, top 10. Because you got Joker's obviously one. Catwoman would be in there, even though it's not really a villain. Then you got the Riddler, Penguin, Two Face, Poison Ivy. Ra's al Ghul, Mister Freeze, Ilk.
Doctor Freeze.
I know. And then you go to Clayface is part of that next group down, and it's a really interesting group, and I fucking love that group. But
Eh, it might be good. You never
it
know.
could be fun. Also highlighting in September, we have Sense and Sensibility is being made, which sounds like another one.
Weird time to release it,
September.
in my opinion.
It also, I think it's an Anne Hathaway movie, if I recall correctly. Which I was like, what are you doing?
Um, no, I think it's the girl from Twisters.
Oh, Daisy Edgar Jones. Yes, you're
Yes, yes,
correct.
yes, yes.
Because there's another movie I saw in the similar time frame that Anne Hathaway is going to be a part of.
And
But
I think it's the guy from 1917. Can't remember his name, but he's a good actor. I could be wrong about
but
that.
yeah,
I
September does not strike me as Sense and Sensibility time.
no. That that fits perfectly, I think, in May. But eh,
It fits well in February when you have nothing else.
yeah, I don't
Just
know.
put it in March or February and hope for some results.
Hey, I'll take as much Jane Austen as I can get.
You are such a Jane Austen fan. I don't know what it
The
is, but
movies are good.
you fucking love Jane Austen and Jane Austen adaptations. Also, because of the history, I don't think I can have high hopes, but the new Resident Evil reboot is scheduled for September, starring Paul Walter Hauser. So at least it's a legit
I'll
actor.
believe it. I'll believe it's good when I hear, you know, hey, 100 people say, "Hey, this is good."
Yeah, exactly. I will say the channel, not necessarily the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast, but the channel is going to be doing a lot of Resident Evil content, especially in the next couple of months, because I'm going to be playing on stream and putting in compilation videos for Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8. Hopefully, I can get them both done before Resi 9 comes out at the end. Resident Evil 9 Requiem comes out at the end of February. And then I'm going to probably end up playing 1 through 4 again as we march towards the movie releasing, because Resident Evil's fucking rad as a video game series. Just don't talk to me about 5 and 6 because they're terrible. But been a lot of Resident Evil on the channel. Now we take you to our Halloween. We're going to be doing some commentary tracks for you. We're looking into Carrie, American Werewolf in London, Silence of the Lambs, Pan's Labyrinth. We're going to do a lot of anniversary fare this year. There's a lot of movies we're going to be covering this year that are all anniversary based, which I think is going to really vary up the show quite a bit.
Hmm.
Which our big box office randomness isn't going to be a big of a part of the show much, at least moving forward. But I think it's the evolution of that series, which is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. And we're also going to be giving you a ton of our game shows, especially in a horror basis for October. So we're doing My Friend AI, the movie builder, the official title of that game show now. My Friend AI, the movie builder.
Except we're changing it
Except we're changing it.
because it's not AI.
Yeah. My Friend AI, also known as Dylan's Brain, the
Yeah.
movie builder. Complete the movie grid, movie pyramid of tears, and a new game show called Movies on a Budget will also all be in, guaranteeing you're going to get every single one of them in October, but you're going to see those all throughout the year. And we're going to have at least one game show every single month for you guys so you can have some fun along with us. Complete the movie grid has been fun, getting to see a lot of people start to look into that and have some fun. So check those out. And let's round out this calendar here. October, not as much horror fare, oddly.
Eh, That usually doesn't come out until a couple months before.
I know, but it's just weird. Like the
Because
highlight movie,
I remember not seeing a single thing about Conjuring 4 until like the month before. And it was just like, oh, I guess there's a new Conjuring.
fair. The highlight movie for October is Digger. It is a Alejandro Inarritu film, and it's starring Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I'm interested.
And that is,
It's a
it's what
weird
we've been
mix.
asking for Tom Cruise for a while. Go do like a real director's movie again.
Yeah,
And all due
yeah.
respect to everyone who worked on Mission Impossible and anything else he's made, because obviously I like a lot of those films. This is a true artist director, whether you like him
Mhm.
or not, getting a hold of a talent like Tom Cruise. So it's going to be fun. Other notables, you have The Social Reckoning, which is a follow up to The Social Network, which is a movie I don't think anyone's asked for.
Why?
It's Mikey Madison is starring along with Jeremy Allen White.
Okay,
So
okay.
two hot young up and comers.
Is it David Fincher returning?
I don't know. It's written by Aaron Sorkin. I don't know if Fincher's returning for the movie.
I'll hold out hope if David Fincher's returning. I'll look it up.
It'd be an interesting choice nonetheless, but it is following the Facebook leaks and kind of going into all the consequences Facebook has had, or all the consequences we've
No,
faced.
directed and written by Aaron Sorkin.
That's a choice.
I mean, he directed Trial of the Chicago 7, which was good,
Here's
but
the thing, I'm
nothing
not saying I
special.
dislike Aaron Sorkin even as a director or as a huge creative force. I'm watching The West Wing right now. I fucking love that shit. I love a lot of his work. I think The Social Network is great, but I think what gives The Social Network a bite is David Fincher, not Aaron Sorkin.
I would agree. That's
And
why I no longer hold out hope for this movie because
but
David
on top
Fincher's
of that,
not in it.
who is asking for this movie? Who is dying on the hill to say, I want a Social Network follow up? I need a
Who
Social
knows?
Network follow up.
It's also weird that Jesse Eisenberg not returning.
Who knows,
Whatever.
man?
Who cares?
Who knows? But also coming out in October, Street Fighter, which interesting to see that getting adapted
Yeah.
after 20 plus years. They've actually got a bit of a cast for that movie, which is interesting. Also, as a WWE fan, I'm selfish. I am getting a couple of the wrestlers in those parts as
Mhm.
well. Like Akuma is played by Roman Reigns. Guile is going to be played by the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. So it'll be fun. I think that, but it from even the materials they've released for it and the small trailer they've released, it seems like a very self-aware movie. which I think is fun.
I'm over it.
But I know you're over it, and I'm not even a big Street Fighter fan. I want to make it clear. I'm not like, whoa, can't wait for
I'm
Street
just
Fighter.
saying, I'm just over meta
Yeah,
self-referential shit.
to be fair, you hate meta shit almost all the time.
It's fun when it first started. Now that there's been 10 years of it,
Yeah,
go screw yourself.
you really do hate Deadpool.
Yes. That's why I never watched a third one.
And which is why it's so fun that you're gonna have to watch it for the movie tournament.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right, November. The clear standout is Narnia: The Magician's Nephew, directed by Greta Gerwig, which is a Netflix production that is getting a release and is going to have a month-long run in the theaters. It's probably 2 weeks. I think they guaranteed 2 weeks to get her to do it.
I bet it will stay in for a month
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked if they were smart.
if
They
it
just
makes
let.
money.
If I wouldn't be shocked if it does well. And admittedly, this is a really weak November slate for big movies. Like usually, you start getting those Christmas big ones at least in
Mhm.
around Thanksgiving time or right beforehand. There isn't a big movie like that this year because they all decided to wait for the same fucking week in December, which made zero sense.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
nonetheless,
I'm not a huge Narnia fan, but
I don't really care that much for
I'm interested.
Narnia, but at the same time, still fun and interesting, especially with someone like Greta Gerwig directing the movie. So
Mhm.
we'll see other notables. Uh, Original Disney picture, Hexed, which is an animated feature, which I have not watched. Wish. I didn't hear any. I didn't hear anything about Wish. Their last,
Wish.
which was 2022, is the last original Disney film released.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it was bad.
Problematic, I guess, but nonetheless, I thought
20 oh, it was 2023,
oh, it was 23, not 22. Okay.
and it Rotten Tomatoes score was 48% and 80%. That's a huge difference.
That is a big difference. But nonetheless, I thought it was after the 2025 review and what we've already
I
talked
thought
about, having an original Disney movie, at least it's something different. They're not doing Frozen fucking 72.
yeah. I mean, I thought that movie bombed, so it is surprising it's getting a sequel.
Well, it's not getting a sequel. Hexed is a completely new thing.
Oh,
I'm saying that
okay.
was the last one. So we've gone
Okay.
3 years of Disney productions of no original content.
Okay. That makes me more excited.
And so that's interesting. And then the Cat in the Hat animated feature coming out from Warner Brothers
It
is
looks
coming
so
out.
bad.
I don't have high hopes. I do not have high hopes.
Uh,
And finally, in December, it's the big wig that many people are going to say is their number one movie of the year to look forward to. You seem so excited about
why didn't they just end it with Endgame?
it.
It's literally the perfect title for it.
I have no problem if they keep doing Avengers, but
I'm fine if they stop using the same fucking actors every goddamn movie.
but coming out December 18th, and maybe we'll even get Dylan in an IMAX theater to watch it.
Doubtful.
I know. That'll be a hey, does your day off work and I'll buy your ticket for you kind
I'll
of
see it if
experience.
you get a screener.
There's no
if you
way.
get
There's
if you get
zero
those screener
possibility.
tickets.
All due respect here, Dylan. Well, I mean, I you never know. I pulled two advanced screenings out of my ass for Batman versus Superman.
Mhm.
That is something I pulled off over a decade ago now. Well, a decade ago now. So there's a
I just
possibility.
I bet I can deal with a screener audience because they're probably more respectful.
Yes. But Avengers Doomsday, it has now been confirmed the return of Steve Rogers. They were very strategic and didn't say Captain America. They said Steve Rogers, which
Whoop de doo.
I know we're going to see Captain America. I know that. But I think we're going to get a Hydra Captain America, which is a very controversial run that I'm not crazy about. You do you have
This
any interest in this movie at all?
no.
Not even for the old X-Men cast. Nightcrawler's even coming back. Even have
I would
Alan
be
Cumming coming back.
I would be excited if it was a new X-Men cast.
I think that's the whole point. Is they're
I don't
literally
want
they
all the
own
same
they
actors.
finally own everything, so they're finally just going fuck it,
Yeah, so recast it.
smash it together. Well, I think that's where they're trying to go, Dylan. Is outside of the few that they're going to keep working with. They're going to
Well, you can
smash
keep
everyone
saying that.
together.
You can keep saying that for 10 years. They've been doing the same thing.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's
Hey,
true.
let's leave Captain America in a really satisfying and good ending for his character.
I disagree that that
Never
ending
mind. We're
is.
just gonna drag him right back in.
Yeah, what if we brought Robert Downey Jr. back after he died in a really satisfying way?
Yeah. Fuck
You're so
Marvel.
mad right now.
Marvel sucks. I shouldn't even say that. It doesn't suck. It's just fine.
I mean, if you think it sucks though. Like it's
Since
okay.
Endgame, they have not made a good movie, in my opinion. A
I
good,
dis
solid movie.
I disagree with that, but I can't argue that the mean quality of their movies is high anymore. You know,
Yeah.
I think Deadpool and Wolverine's good. I think Shang Chi is great. I love Shang Chi. The rest, I think
And even
Thunderbolts is
Endgame, I
good.
don't love. So
Yeah, you don't love Endgame as much as I do. I do love Endgame. Other notables coming out in December: Dune Part 3, which I thought we were fucking done making these movies. Okay,
I'm excited to see it just because I like Denny Villeneuve.
I just don't care about
I
Dune.
do wish he would do something else besides Dune,
Yeah,
but I'll take what I can get.
and then the new film from Robert Eggers, Werewolf, will be coming out on Christmas,
Hmm.
which I'm excited about. And then there will also be a new
I'm hoping that's a
Jumanji movie.
period piece. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, I think it's a period piece, but I'm not
Good.
quite
I
sure.
like that.
And then the newest Jumanji movie will also be coming out, which we both said we enjoy those movies.
Yeah, they're fine, fun
I think
movies.
they're self aware. Another big thing. They're self aware.
That's true. That's true.
They don't.
And actually, I don't mind it in that for some reason.
Well, it's not even meta. It's just a. They're just like, dude, it's people playing video games. Let's make it a video game and have fun,
Yeah,
and let's make
they
it
don't take
still.
it serious.
And they
Yeah,
don't take it too seriously, which is fun and enjoyable. And that's when The Rock's the best. When he's not
yeah.
trying to be anything other than whatever, you know? Which is also interesting. I'm wondering what he's going to look like in that film because he's slimmed down a lot after the Smashing Machine. Have you seen any recent photos of him?
I've only seen him from that movie.
But he is, look it up right now. He is slimmed down a lot. And I mean, the reason I know it is that for the last year and a half, he's been playing this whole will they, won't they game of him coming back to wrestle again. And now he's slim to the point where everyone's like, I don't think he can even do it anymore because he doesn't look like The Rock anymore. But I mean, I'm interested to see what he's going to look like in Jumanji 3. Because I mean, obviously he
Oh,
can bulk back up
yeah.
and whatever, but he's really slim in comparison to
My guess would
what
be
we
he
normally see.
stopped taking.
HGH and growth
Yeah,
hormone. Yeah, I would assume, but you never know. So, but that is the entire movie calendar, and that is also our content preview. We have new things coming to the channel as well. We're gonna have a lot of gaming and live streaming for you as well. A lot of great Pokemon content, kind of going back to the roots of this channel a little bit as well. And the new really snappy show, which is hosted by your boy. I have a bunch of rotating guests are also there. So we're gonna have some fun this year going through, and that's gonna be how we're gonna handle 2026. And that was the worst sneak behind I've ever seen on camera in my life. And what a great cameo appearance in the first show of the year from my wife, Abigail Nelson. Should I do it bad on the way out? Oh, please. Well, at least that brought a smile to your face more than Avengers Doomsday did.
I'm not seeing that movie.
I'm going solo for that one.
Yeah,
What is a movie that you would go see for a review with me?
I'd go see Disclosure Day, IMAX,
Okay. Oh,
or
hold on.
Odyssey.
I think that comes out while we're going for the World Cup though,
Eh,
or it comes out like literally right before we leave. So maybe
yeah, maybe.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, Dylan and I are also going to the World Cup, so maybe we got some fun little life updates and other stuff that we're doing as well. But that is all of our 2026. We have new shows coming your way. We're going to have a lot of gaming content with the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast, which you can now see on screen. Even a new logo for us. Yay! Which Dylan hasn't even seen yet. So it's going to be
Nope.
fun for him to do. But you barely looked at the other one, too. So
Yeah, whatever to me.
sell it, baby.
I
Sell
don't
it.
do any of the business.
Yeah, I do the business aspects of all these kinds of things, which is fun. But apparently now I have to come up with screeners for Avengers Doomsday, and we now have the project of we got to make it onto Rotten Tomatoes as critics. We got to figure out a way to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So that'll be a fun project for us to do and have some fun with. But that is the 2026 preview and everything coming your way. Not everything, but a lot of stuff coming your way from Wisco Movie Watchers Podcast, MPT Creative. So again, thank you for a wonderful 2025. We look forward to a great 2026. We're going to get some more personality pieces from Dylan, which is going to be fun when he's not in negative headache mode.
Yeah, probably. No promises.
But it's going to be fun. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening wherever you are. It is appreciated. As always, check us out Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and hopefully we get some more audio channels as well. But who knows? Because we're all just living our lives. Like, comment, subscribe for more. It'd be appreciated. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, love, and hugs.